Welcome back. The Mining Indaba got it to its second day in Cape Town, and power generation took center stage after Minister of Mineral Resources and Energy, Livhuani Mamburu, said the government will allow mining companies to generate unlimited power for their own use without a license. He said South Africa wants to create a new power generation venture to reduce the nation's reliance on Eskom. He added that the venture should ideally be a partnership between the state and private investors and use a range of technologies including solar power and clean coal. However, the mining industry has many challenges of dwindling numbers of production targets, and many employees are losing jobs. So what are the unions saying about this? So let's hear from Livhuani Mamburu, who is the spokesperson of the National Union of Mineworkers of South Africa. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you very much, Colin.
What does the Mining Indaba mean for your organization?
You know, we have seen this Mining Indaba happening for years in Cape Town. For us, we don't see anything that is doing in the mining industry in South Africa. It is a talk shop. I mean, we want to see those discussions translated into tangible benefits or action on the ground. But like I said, there's nothing that we see. We don't see job creation. We don't see new mines being opened. And that has been a problem, that this Mining Indaba is just a talk shop, and then you don't see action that is happening on the ground.
Right, so as it's a platform for mining companies to network and see how they can actually look at what is on the downside concerning the negatives, when you see that as the GDP numbers are released, mining would also be one of the factors that are contributing towards the economy not performing well. What do you think should be done in order to resolve the problem of mining not performing well and your members losing jobs?
Yeah, it is a challenge because most of the time I think they must deal with the issues of upskilling, reskilling and training workers. As you know, that the big thing that they are talking about now is technology, and the sense of introducing technology in deepest mines. And we are flexible on that as the National Union of Mineworkers, because there are deeper gold mines in South Africa. We feel that technology can be introduced where ordinary mine workers cannot reach, because you will find that there are a lot of fatalities. And I said, if they can introduce technology, we see a potential growth in the mining industry at the moment.
So now, because mining is very labor intensive and mines are considering, the advent of the fourth industrial revolution, looking into mechanization as there has been digitization, this should be concerning to you, because adaptation into this new era of change would then mean that people would have to join the unemployment line, and there has to be scaling.
Colin, we must say that we have been opposed to mechanization, but we have realized that we cannot avoid it. It's coming to us. As I speak to you at South Deep, the whole mine is mechanized, and we've got members who are working there. I mean, the most important thing is for the mining companies to speak with their own employees through the future forums to make an announcement of what their plans are in future. So they must focus on the upskilling, reskilling, and training of the mine workers. 60% of the youth work in the mining industry in South Africa. So we're talking about well-educated young people, whom some of them are our members. And then, as the National Union of Mineworkers, what we're doing at the moment, we are about to launch an artisan academy with a state-of-the-art machinery that will be used to upskill, reskill, and retrain work as our members who are being retrenched in the mining industry. So as the NUM, we are also preparing ourselves for the fourth industrial revolution. So we are flexible to this technology that is about to be introduced in the mining industry in South Africa.
Well, one of the factors of power generation that came out for mining companies to invest in South Africa being given an incentive of generating their own power without a license. What do you make out of that?
We have noted the minister's comments yesterday during the opening of the Mining Indaba. We are not opposed or agree with what he said, because we have not discussed it within the NEM. We were caught by surprise by that, as everybody who was caught by surprise. So it's not something that we can oppose or agree at the moment. There's going to be a National Executive Committee of the NEM at the end of this month that will be able to take a position on that.
So you are losing members, in terms of employment numbers. The Mpumalanga Universal Coal intends to retrench 120 permanent workers. On the other hand, we've got Sibanye-Stillwater having announced 5,000. And do you think the situation will get even worse?
Definitely. You're talking about Sibanye and Marikana. The situation, the issue of Sibanye is very sad because those jobs that, those workers that were retrenched, they were retrenched before the moratorium could come to an end. Remember, they just bought Marikana operations, and in September, they issued Section 189 to retain such kind of huge numbers of workers. The moratorium was about to end in December. So, you see, what they made an agreement with the Competition Commission that you can't issue Section 189 or retrench before the moratorium. It shows that Sibanye does not respect the due processes of the law in this country. We're not surprised also with the Universal Coal. You understand? They are retrenching. Their main reason is that their operating model uses contractors than permanent workers. You can see that this company is not even interested in employing permanent workers or in job creation in South Africa. So we still anticipate Sibanye Gold to issue Section 189. We have heard those rumors that they are going to issue Section 189 soon in the gold sector.
Now, what must be done to resolve the issues of the mining industry? There are challenges at the moment. We've been talking about job losses, but the prices of commodities are declining and companies feel that they are hard pressed if they are not meeting their targets of production. And they put the mining management under pressure to say that if you are not performing, why should you be rewarded? And on the other hand, if miners have to go underground and not be able to extract the minerals, companies continue to operate at a loss. What do you say about that?
You know what? We've said as the National Union of Mineworkers that there are future forums in each and every company. A future forum is a platform where you speak with the unions or your employees to say that these are our plans in 5 years, and then this is what we will anticipate to happen. But the mining companies don't use those platforms, Colin, to say that we are facing challenges. What can we do, all of us, to deal with the challenges that we are facing? So it's very hard for us as the unions to commiserate with the mining companies when they don't tell us about their future plans or the challenges that they are facing. And so we just feel at the moment that it's rhetoric. For them, they are doing it. They are retrenching to maximize profits. When they don't make profits, that is when they say that they are facing such kind of challenges that you are talking about.
So just on a parting short, am I getting the sense that there isn't so much talk and communication between mining companies and unions, and hence, are you having a delegation at the Mining Indaba, or have you snapped it? Are you really participating so that they can hear your side of story?
We are participating, Colin. Our General Secretary, David Sipunzi, and the President, Joseph Mundisis, are there. So we are participating. So we're not going to snap it, even though it's a talk shop. Like I said, the discussions there are not being translated into tangible action that everybody can see.
Right. Thank you so much for making time to speak to us.
Thank you very much.
Right, Livhuani Mamburu is the spokesperson of the National Union of Mineworkers of South Africa, talking to us about the challenges that the mining industry is facing. And we're going to take a break. When we return, the headlines, more business news coming up later on.